It's with great sorrow that I tell you that we located the body today of Krista Dittmeyer.
I believe she's out there. I believe she's strong enough to get through this.
Frantic search for this young mother.
She was located in what is known around this area as Duck Pond.
20-year-old Krista Dittmeyer's car was found running and lights still flashing outside of Conway's Cranmore Mountain Resort.
Her baby alone inside.
Investigators have found traces of blood inside Krista Dittmeyer's auto.
This is a criminal investigation.
Police say they don't believe Dittmeyer left her car voluntarily.
She's not described as a suicidal person, anybody with a debilitating mental illness, or disenfranchised with her life in any capacity.
Her 14-month-old daughter without her mother tonight.
For those of you just joining us, the search for a 20-year-old working mom, Krista Dittmeyer, has come to an end. As we go to air tonight, the body of this young mom has been found in a retention pond at a high-end ski resort. Only a quarter mile from her car was abandoned. Her black Nissan found lights on, engine running, hazards flashing, door wide open, and her baby girl strapped in the back in a car seat. This was at 6:30 a.m. Who took Krista Dittmeyer? Did someone force her to leave the car and leave her baby behind? We are taking your calls. Out to Mark Class, president and founder of Class Kids Foundation. Weigh in, Mark.
Well, Nancy, they obviously know more than they're telling us. They went right to her body and pulled it out of the pond. First of all, I would like to extend my condolence to her mother and to her sister, but I think they didn't know their daughter as well as they thought they did. What investigators need to do is scour her social networking profiles, her cell phone records, see if they can put together a timeline, see if there were any stalkers, see if there was any unusual activity, interview her friends, interview people that knew her well, even peripherally, and hopefully that will give them some kind of a conclusion and be able to bring
Mark,
this
why are you saying they didn't know her?
Well, she said that she didn't have any stalkers. She didn't have any bad relationships. She didn't have anything wrong in her life, but this is obviously a targeted hit. She was the one.
Why do you say she was targeted? Just because she was targeted, Mark, does not mean that there was anybody jealous of her at work or a stalker. A targeted hit could mean a delivery boy. You don't even know him, but he thinks he knows you.
Well, that could very well be, and that's why they have to talk to all of these people and bring all of this together. Somebody wanted to isolate this young woman, get her out of that car, and murder her. Why? I don't know.
Take a listen to what her family has to say.
I talked to her Friday night. I didn't ask her. I didn't ask if she was driving or whatever, but we were just a quick conversation. She was expecting something in the mail at my house, and I told her she didn't get it. And it was just brief, and she was normal, and I would see her on Sunday, Easter Sunday. I don't believe she had anybody had a vendetta against her. I mean, she's very lovable, very outgoing. Nothing. I've asked all of her friends, and they just tell me the same thing. They don't know who would want to do something to hurt her. Somebody wanted to attract attention to the car. I don't know if Krista was in the car at that point. I mean, we really don't know. If she was, then she wanted her baby to be found, and she knew she'd be taken care of.
That's Krista's mom this morning on the Today Show. We are taking your calls back to New Hampshire. Hi, Gina. What's your question, dear?
Hi, Nancy. Hey, first of all, I do agree with Mark there. That's why I called. But the fact that her husband or her boyfriend is incarcerated for drug trafficking, would there be could she be involved with any of his business dealings while he's in jail? And
there is no suggestion that she is responsible in any way for any wrongdoing at all. None whatsoever. I mean, regarding drugs. No, I mean regarding drugs. There's no suggestion that she was involved in any way. Maybe we'll find out more, but, you know, everybody has a relative or an acquaintance that has done something wrong. Everybody knows somebody. But to suggest that she's part of a drug trade, although if his friends knew about her, Gina, in New Hampshire, which they may very well have, that raises the specter of one of them being involved. You're right, Gina.
Police in Conway say this is a criminal investigation.
This is a serious crime in a small community.
Dozens of tips flooding the phone lines here.
I was like, it never happened, but it just doesn't feel real.